Hey, what's up everyone? JJ here, and today we're looking at all the LEGO sets that are releasing October 2024. I've divided these based on theme, and there are chapter headings in the description. From LEGO Ideas for $100, we see the Magic of Disney set. This is a set I really like, especially because of the minifigures that are included. I'm really happy we're finally getting Belle after years of having Gaston. There is a rumor of a Lilo and Stitch house coming out, so I'm interested to see if that figure is different. And I don't love having Bruno without the rest of the Encanto, but Geppetto and Simba look good as well, so I'll definitely be picking this one up. For $500, we are seeing Jabba's sail barge, and this set looks really nice. Although I don't collect Lego Star Wars, I do like to see some of these ships, and this one opens up really well to see a really cool interior. There you can see the different figures and backgrounds. It doesn't have a ton of minifigures, and it's missing out some important ones, such as Luke, but he came with the Desert Skiff and Sarlacc Pit, which probably should have been included with this since it's $500. But there are some neat details, including Princess Leia. You notice her outfit has been changed, probably to be a little more conservative there, which makes sense given this is a children's toy. But a lot of really cool scenes are played out here with the sail barge. Like I said, Star Wars does a really good job going all out with these sets. In general, though, I wish LEGO would have cheaper options. There is a gift with purchase if you buy this set. It is Luke Skywalker's lightsaber, and I do think this will be highly sought after, so you probably should pick this up if you're interested in it. We also see the Imperial Dropship versus Rebel Scout Speeder for 40 bucks. A small set, a couple cool figures for some army building, but I really like that kind of pink R2-D2 figure we see there in the middle. They are releasing a Super Mario World Mario and Yoshi set for $130. As you can see, it's kind of a 2D art piece for display. I don't always love Lego Mario sets. This one has some cool movement when you crank that lever with the legs for both Yoshi and Mario, but I really just wish they would give us some Lego Mario minifigures, and then I would be all into the theme. Actually kind of excited for the Wednesday sets. Here we see Wednesday in Eden's dorm room for $90. It is kind of just the top of the building facade, which I didn't love, but it makes sense for the price point. I'm hoping it makes a cool display piece. I definitely want to see this in person. I'm not as bothered by the use of mini dolls as some other people. I think it kind of works for this, and I think the Wednesday figure, both of them look really nice. I love those gargoyle pieces. I just don't know if we needed two Enid figures within this same set. It would have been nice to maybe get an additional character or figure, but it's nice having a thing there as well. And here it looks from the back. General brickheads aren't my thing, but here we see them for 20 bucks. The skin coloring looks a little different, which some people had a problem with. I'm not really sure. I don't collect a ton of these. I don't love the Wednesday Addams figure. I guess what she's standing on looks cool, but I don't really understand making these kind of buildable character mini doll things. But there are some cool accessories, but this is definitely one I will not be getting. We see Santa's Post Office for 100 bucks as the Lego Icon set. Really neat set. I don't collect these, but I love looking at them every year. I love the little elf figures and all the different iterations we get and can add to kind of your winter village. And that hot air balloon looks quite nice with that green and gold. I, of course, always like adding Santa figures to my collection. I usually get these from the pick up minifigure thing from the Lego stores. But in general, it's a really nice set, kind of different than something we've seen in the past if you have a winter village. For $99, we see the wreath, which is quite neat. If you really zoom in and look at some of those pieces, they're getting really unique with a lot of these plant-based sets, how they kind of create the shapes and the different components. This is also one I will not be getting, but it looks really cool, and I especially like it laid out in this way. If I did ever buy and display it, it would most likely be like this. The poinsettia for $50 is nice, but it's much smaller than you might expect, and we'll see that in just a moment with some of the other pictures, but it has lots of foliage, and here we can see the lady's kind of holding it out in front of her, kind of giving you a little idea for the sizing. Here we can see on a windowsill, so it's pretty small, but does look nice. I don't collect Lego Batman or cars, but the Batman TV series Batmobile looks quite nice for $150. I like the use of the black and the red on the embellishments there, and overall it looks like a really nice build. Lots of cool details and embellishments. Fortnite is a theme I expect to do well, and the supply llama for 40 bucks looks really cool. I like the coloring there on the fur with the different purples and blues. I think it really looks nice and creates some cool texture. The insides, of course, have lots of cool items from Fortnite. I don't play Fortnite, but these sets, the Durr Burger is pretty funny for $15. Kind of a small thing, but buildable food is kind of an interesting niche in general. I like the olive there on top. His goofy face and tongue, I think, will make this a draw for people looking for a small set. Maybe if they're not even huge into Lego, but like Fortnite specifically. The box art is really neat for this series as well, with the purple and yellow really standing out. Peely Bone for 100 bucks is creepy to me. But I do think the build is actually quite nice, especially when you look at these skeleton sides. Some of those pieces look really neat, even if I think the character is kind of bizarre looking in general. The idea of a giant banana is kind of funny, and here from the back view as well, you can see kind of more of the banana side. I do think the Battle Bus for $100 will be the most well sought after, mostly because of all the cool minifigures that we see, as well as the bus build. There are lots of neat minifigures in this, and this will really be a draw for a lot of buyers. I'm surprised they didn't do a CMF for these characters, but they might in the future, and there will be a buildable brick head for that character there in the middle. This Shadow the Hedgehog bust for 70 bucks is a hard pass for me. I think it looks weird. The angles don't look great. His nose is sticking out too much. Even if it was half the price, I wouldn't get it, but maybe you like it. Actually surprised they're releasing the Wicked as well as the Wednesday sets at the same time, but for $70 here we see Glenda and Alphabel's dormitory. I like Wednesdays better only because I think it has more use in my collection as a Halloween display piece, although this one folds up nicely into that box with some items you can see on top. I like the minifigures a bit, especially the hairpiece for both characters. And if I were to get any of these sets, it would probably be for that fact alone. This set, just for 70 bucks, just isn't really my thing. I'm much more drawn to the at Shiz University set for $30. You get a nice little house build as well as the boat. It reminds me of the Wish Cottage set that I got for like 60% off, and I thought that was worth it for me for what it was. I do like that you get 3 minifigures with this, and I think the face prints as well as the hair pieces look really good, and it's a nice little facade. So this set is probably the best for me of all of them. Similar to Wednesday, I just don't like these buildable figures in the fashion of those Lego mini dolls. I think they're probably targeting people that don't collect Lego, and maybe that will work with these sets, but they're not really for me, not something I'm interested in any way. The Welcome to Emerald City for $100 is probably the nicest Wicked set. Obviously, it's the biggest. It has really cool mini dolls. I like that dark green color in general. But again, for 100 bucks, it's too much. If I could get this for maybe like 50 or 60, I might consider it. But right now, it's just a bit too much for me. I would stick to that $30 set if I were to pick anything up from this line. But they all look nice, just not huge into mini dolls. We see for 20 bucks, Baby Pig's birthday celebration from Minecraft. This is the only set coming out for Minecraft, and not my thing, but it is cool having those buildable animals, so I'm sure this will appeal to some buyers. Let me know what you think of October's 2024 releases. If you want to stay updated with LEGO leaks, rumors, news, and reviews, hit the subscribe button down below, but I will see you all next time.